What is going on, guys? I'm SceptileMC or George, and today I'll be bringing you a Pokemon Showdown live in the UU tier, where basically I'm just gonna ladder up a bit more because I've been using this team recently, and it's honestly one of the favorite teams I've ever made, and one of the better teams I've made as well. So it's focused around Hail, which you don't see Hail too much in UU or in any tier really at all, just because it is considered not as good really overall compared to Sun or to Rain, but I've always been interested with Hail because the Blizzard, the Ice typing is a really good offensive typing, and with Blizzard being 110 base power in this gen, not 120 unfortunately, except 110, it can really hit hard, and especially to even its resistances like the Steel type or the Fire type, they don't really appreciate it still. So this is a cool little team I made. I decided the first thing people think of when they think Hail is Abomasnow, except the first thing they go to is Mega Abomasnow. It's not the case in this one, because I figured, you know what, I'm going to focus more around the Hail, so I want the Icy Rock, I want 8 turns of Hail instead of 5, and I'm going to go with actually Mega Swampert as my Mega, because I wanted rocks, I wanted a bulky mon that can tank hits as well as stop fire types. I have 2 water types on this team to deal with the fire type weakness, as well as an immunity and 2 resistances to fighting, of course, to deal with the fighting again, and a reliable spinner in the form of Tentacruel to get rid of the rocks. Now the main goal behind this team is you get up rocks, you get up spikes, you get up toxic spikes if you can, and then you paralyze stuff with Alakazam, or you save it for the end and then you blast things into the ground with Kyurem with Choice Specs. I went for Choice Specs over Choice Scarf because while Choice Scarf is better in the tier, I don't feel it's better on a Hail team, because you need to be able to break the walls, and you can't break too many walls like Florges or especially Defensive Fortress if you do not have this Choice Specs. And with Hazards up, Choice Specs Blizzard is a 2-hit KO on Florges. If you have some Spikes up and Rocks, it's a 2-hit KO on the Blissey, so it's overall very good. I decided to do a custom set for Abomasnow, because Abomasnow's job in this team is to survive. It's a survivability mon, as well as it's my switch in to Mega Swampert. So I have enough speed to outspeed typical Mega Swamperts as well as typical Mega Blastoises as well. And I have priority Ice Shard, minus attack nature because I had to have a minus nature, and I would rather have more special attack because I have Blizzard and the Giga Drain. I have Leech Seed to recover a bit of health, as well as to distribute that around to like my Kyurem, my Swampert, and my Tentacruel. And yeah, that's pretty much that. And then Alakazam is pretty straightforward, honestly. Use it to stop Choice Scarf Pokemon with the T-Wave and the Psychic. Revenge kills some things and stuff like that. So anyways, guys, it's a little bit of a long team builder, and I kind of went on tangents. Didn't really describe every mon in order, but that is what it is. But anyway, let's see what we got up first. So this person, okay, so, oh, I've played this guy before. Okay. He's not a bad battler at all, but Snorlax is one of the only things in this tier that can take a Blizzard successfully. His entire team, other than that, cannot take a Blizzard. So what I'm going to do here is probably going to lead off with the Mega Swampert, I'd say, or the Aerodactyl. He's probably going to lead with the Aerodactyl, actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lead off with Swampert or Tentacruel. I'm going to go with Tentacruel. I feel the Swampert will be more important in this battle because he does have the Crawdon, and he leads off with a Swampert, actually, which is so unfortunate for me. He's probably going to try to go for his rocks right here. I'm going to make a hard switch into Abomasnow as my dedicated switch in. See if it's the Mega. It is not the Mega, so the Aerodactyl's the Mega. I called that wrong completely. But anyway, here, what I'm going to do is go for a Leech Seed so I can get some survivability on my Abomasnow. He does go into Fortress. This will also incline him to want to go for a Rapid Spin right here instead of rocks. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Really, I'm thinking of hard switching into Tentacruel right here, because the main importance on this team is don't let them get up their rocks. 3 things weak to rocks, and they are all abused the Hail. Now here, I think he's going to go for his rocks right here, so what I'm actually going to do is just go for a Scald and try to get the burn. If I do, that'd be great. I don't. He does get up his rocks. This is unfortunate. I should have gone for my Toxic Spikes right there. But anyway, I know he's a bulky set, and I know I am max defensive. So what I'm actually going to do is go for a Scald right here. Again, I did say that my Tentacruel wasn't as necessary. Oh my god, that did so much more damage than I thought it would. That did so much more damage than I thought it would. So anyway, right here, I'm just going to go for a Rapid Spin. Don't have a choice anymore. Act seems like he's running some type of offensive investment on that. Well, I don't think he understands that he's not going to win this war. He's really not going to win this war. I'm going to continuously go for Rapid Spin. I'm not a fool. There you go, buddy. There you go. Let's see what he wants to do here. This is the turn when I go into Kyurem. And this is the turn where I basically click Draco Meteor. Because I know the Snorlax is going to come out here. It's the only thing that can take a Blizzard on his team. The Fortress, if he wants to switch into Fortress, even if especially defensive, he gets 2 KO'd by Blizzard. If he decides to stay in with his Swampert, it's not the case. Goes into Snor... Of course. Of course. I don't hit any fucking Draco Meteors, do I? I'm just gonna... See, I don't want to get T-Waved here if he has it. I don't think he will have it. He'll probably have the Body Slam, to be honest. I'm just going to click it again. I want to get as much damage off as possible. That's 45%, so I should be... Okay, just goes for a rest. It's a good plan on his part, honestly. That's probably the best play he could have gone for right there. I'm going to go into my Swampert right here, because my Swampert is my hardest hitting... It's the only physical attacker on my team. It's the hardest hitting physical attacker on my team. As he makes a switch into his Swampert, which means he's getting up his rocks, which means that this game's just about to get so much harder for me. I am going to be able to 2 KO this thing, which is, I should have gone for a Waterfall there probably, just because I would have been able to better handle. I'm just going to 2 KO this thing anyway, but I would have possibly been able to flinch him, which probably would have been the better play. So that was a mistake on my part, but rocks getting up is not the end of the world. It just means we have to quicken the pace of this game right here, as I have limited switches on all my mons. Now this is an interesting switch on his behalf. I'm going for Earthquake, just 45%. So next turn, I'm definitely going for a Waterfall on the hopes that I can flinch him right here. 41%. Do I get it? I don't get it. And, oh no, I do get it. Nice, 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 nice. See, that's what I'm hoping for right there. That was necessary. Come on. Yeah, buddy, what are you trying to play around me for? You're trying to play around a Mega Swampert. What do you think's going to happen to you? But I do need to keep my Mega Swampert around now, because I do have to deal with that Aerodactyl somehow. And at this point, honestly, I'm perfectly fine with Abomasnow going down. I just want to get up my Hail one more time, which is what I'm going to do right here. Is I'm going to get up my Hail, take a Crab Hammer. I'm going to survive that Crab Hammer, which means I can actually outspeed this thing next turn. And what I'm actually going to do is, I know he's not going to stay in, unless he actually thinks that he can outspeed me. Let's see what I can do. Go for Giga Drain. He's... Splash Plate, maybe? Possibly Splash Plate, most likely. He can do what he wants to do, but I'm going to Kyurem. I know I can drop another Draco Meteor, and nothing on his team wants to take that. That Fortress will not appreciate a Draco Meteor. Or I can go for a Blizzard right here. Blizzard would be the ballsier play, but he does want to keep that Crawdon around, I feel like. I'm going to go for Draco, though. Yeah, I could have gone for Blizzard. It was the better play, but you see, that doesn't even matter. Look at how much damage that does, and Fortress goes down just like that. So that's fantastic. Although right now he's probably going to go into Aerodactyl, and to be fair, I have to go into Swampert right here. It's my only switch into this thing. I do still have my Alakazam. I do still have the Sash attack, and that's how I plan to keep it. But Swampert can come out right here. It can tank any hit it wants to go for. It goes for Aerial Ace. It's a good prediction on his part, but it was a necessary prediction, and one that he really did have to make. But anyway, what is he gonna do here? I don't know what he thinks he can do, because I know what I can do. I want to click Waterfall, play it safe, but then I possibly risk losing my Swampert to that Crawdon right there. I don't really have a safer play to make, though. And he did outspeed my Abomasnow. So I have to click Earthquake right here, and we're going to make the right prediction. Very good on my part. Kill off the Crawdon, and I do believe that's just going to be GG from here. If he had made that switch and I had let him make that switch, that just would have put me in a terrible situation. The other hand, if he had gone for the Aerial Ace again, which would have been a very good prediction on his part, I'm not even concerned if I lose this thing anymore. Plus, I think I just Oko that. I do. And Mega Swampert's going to clean up the game. Very nice for Mega Swampert. It's going to go for a Waterfall right. He goes for Aqua Tail, just 31%. Not enough. GG. Highways UU. Bad game. Okay. Well, you can think what you want. But 1558 now. We're climbing up to 1600s really fast. That's good. Let's just find another game. And okay. That's a Kyurem himself. That's definitely going to be Choice Scarf Kyurem. I don't see any other reason for him to have that on his team. Unless he's just using it as a wall breaker. But he does have the Slurpuff and the Machamp for that. Doesn't have a good switch into Blizzard except for the Suicune. And I don't see a Spinner on his team. So immediately I'm thinking Mega Swampert lead rocks. Then Tentacruel. Then Froslass, and then we just spam our attacks at will. So maybe it's best to go with Tentacruel though early on because he might go Machamp lead. I think that's what he's going to do is Machamp lead. That's what they usually do. So I'm going to get up a layer of Toxic Spikes to start. We'll see if he's Guts or if he's No Guard. Put the timer on. On a team like this, I would think he'd be Guts. No Guard is better for wall breaking though and just overall causing trouble to the opposing team. But Guts would make sense because he doesn't have anything that appreciates a status on his team except for the Suicune, I guess, so I guess he could do that, but he doesn't have a Cleric on his team either, so if this thing gets burned, he will be in deep trouble. He might not even stay in here, so Toxic Spikes is my best play for sure. I'm going to also see if this thing is potentially Choice Scarfed or not. I have seen a Choice Scarf Machamp before. It's not. It's going to go for the Dynamic Punch, so it is No Guard. That is very interesting. Of course it is. Just gonna fire off a Scald. This is my dedicated switch into this thing, so I don't really have any problem with staying. Of course, he gets a crit there. Okay, well, this just got very annoying very fast. He doesn't have rocks on his team, doesn't have hazards, so I just would like to get damage off on this thing, to be completely honest. Getting any kind of damage off would be fantastic. But he can go for a Dynamic Punch again right here. I'm going to go for a Scald. Hit myself again. This is just not my day, and he's going to go for Stone Edge and just take me out. Well, that's a fantastic start to this game. However, I don't see a reason to keep Alakazam Sash right here, so what I'm going to do is just go for a Psychic right here. And I don't think he'll want to stay in. But if he does and want to go for a knockoff possibly, he doesn't. He goes into Crest. Just fine with me. So we can keep my Sash intact now. He might go for T-Wave right here, to be honest, but I'm going to go to Abomasnow. He might go for Sub. Hope he doesn't. He goes for T-Wave, so he did make the right play there, in my opinion. Anyway, I am going to double out, I think, because he's probably going to go into something to take the oncoming, maybe Blizzard. And I assume my Zam is going to be the only thing that can handle it. The incoming Machamp. So I'm going to pull a double. He did stay in, so I want to see what he did. He went for a Reflect, which is interesting in my opinion. Don't want to take a T-Wave. We're just kind of stalling out our own turns right now, but I can't take a T-Wave with this thing. Can I? Can I, though? I'm going for Shadow Ball. I really don't care if he paralyzes me because he will be... Oh, he goes for Light Screen. Okay, that's interesting on his part. So we have to stall out those Light Screen turns. That's annoying. That's really annoying. I'm going to go into Pert right here just to get up my rocks, knowing he would T-Wave. And so what? 3 more turns of the Reflect. We're going to Mega Evolve and go for the Stealth Rocks right here. Goes for Magic Coat. Oh my god. This is a fully support Cresselia. I didn't expect Magic Coat, to be completely honest. I'm not going to lie. Lumberry Machamp as well. Jesus Christ, this is not going well at all. I feel I need to keep this thing at a decent amount of health. Oh, shit. We are getting absolutely manhandled right now. So I need to think. Alakazam's going to be important now because I have the rocks. So is my Swampert going to be important. The good thing is that the Crest is not an offensive or Calm Mind Crest. So I think he's going to go for a Dynamic Punch right here as his best play. So Froslass would be my best play. He might go for knockoff. I gotta make this play though. Don't go for knockoff. And he went for knockoff, so I'm assuming that's basically GG on my part. I really don't think I can come back from that deficit right now. I can go into Zam. No, I really can't, because he just... That Reflect is absolutely destroying me right now. I'm going to go for a Psychic, though. It's my only play to make right here. Dual Screens Crest just absolutely stopped my team. That's unfortunate. Going to go for a Psychic. Get a crit! Okay, well, that puts us back in the game 100%. Jeez, that's a huge thing. And, oh my god, my own fucking Toxic Spikes just fucked me. That's lovely. That is absolutely lovely. Oh my god. I don't have a choice. Why is that Reflect still up? Light Clay. Jesus Christ, Light Clay. I've lost. I've really lost. Well, actually, no, I haven't. Because that's going to bring him down there. Belly Drum's going to bring him low. And then I do have my Focus Sash still intact. So, the Reflect wears off. And I am going to fire off a Psychic. He's going to have to play off. He's not going to Drain Punch me. I know that for a fact, because Drain Punch would be the stupidest play in the world, especially because I don't have a lot of HP, so he's not going to get much back. Probably get like 20% back. If a Drain Punch would even kill an Alakazam. It is a Slurp buff. He does go for Drain Punch. He does. Oh my god, I didn't think they would go for... Wow, that did more than I thought. And yeah, I think we lose now. Maybe not. Because I do have priority. So we're going to have to sack off this thing. He's going to get 1% back. Is that going to be enough to survive that Toxic? It's not. So thank you. Thank you, sir, for not being enough to kill me. I'm going into Abomasnow right here. I need to go into my Abomasnow. I need to get up my health for the last time, most likely. Kyurem's going to have to do a lot of work this game. Kyurem's going to have to put in the work. And I really think that's a choice scarf Kyurem. So he's going to be able to outspeed mine. How can I win this game then? He goes into his Kyurem. I thought he would do something like that. Bring him down 25%. That's necessary. And I'm dropping a Blizzard. I think, unless he specs, I can take any hit. I really think that's the case. If he specs, I can take any one hit. Except for Focus Blast, maybe. But I do have a lot of special defense. I do have a lot of special defense in on this thing. I have max... Actually, I don't. I have HP... Max HP. I have decent special defense bulk. If this thing outgoes me, goes for Ice Beam. 51%. Oh my god, I need that damage on him. And he's... Oh, that's leftovers. Oh, that just got so much better. But thank you for harassing me more. Oh god, it's going to come down to... Wow. I'm thinking what it's going to come down to right here. Now I have to Ice Shards. I don't have another play, really. Thank you for that paralysis. That really means a lot to me. And wow, Kyurem, you're gonna have to do some hefty work right here. And I actually think I can. We're just gonna spam Blizzard now. Just repeatedly, we have to spam this one attack. If I had Dragon Pulse, that'd be so much better right now. But I have Ice Beam because if I can't use Blizzard, I have to use Ice Beam. And I have Draco, and I have Earth Power to take on like the Mega Agrons. And it's usually a better coverage move, in my opinion. So we win a potential speed tie. I don't think it was a speed tie, though, because he's running leftovers. And if he runs leftovers, then it's usually not a speed tie. Now, this thing comes out. Now, this thing's a threat. This thing is a huge threat. So we're doing Slash Calc. And I'm going to calc a Choice Specs hit onto this thing. Pulling up the calc screen really fast. And let's see. Kyurem. You Choice Specs. Got her on that Blizzard. Versus a Suicune. It would probably be Crocoon. And Blizzard just 29 to 34%. Are you kidding me? So what you're saying is I'm going to have to lock myself into Draco Meteor. And Draco Meteor 4 things. Oh my god, this is going to be an interesting ending. Goes right for the Scald. Oh my god, yeah, just get the burn. That's fine with me. I think right here, though, I'm going to go into Kyurem. Because the way he's playing, it doesn't seem like he has Calm Mind. Because I would have Calm Minded right there if I were him. Not gone for Scald. And now he goes for Calm Mind. Okay. Okay. God, I hope this kills him. God, please. No. He lived on 5. And we definitely now lost this game. He's not poisoned anymore. I can't switch in again. And, well, I can switch in again, but I don't want to switch in again. And the burn on the Swampert means I couldn't stay in and just Earthquake him repeatedly. So yeah, that burn cost me right there, even though I was very far behind. And the crit on the... I can't be mad at Hacks because the crit on the Machamp mattered so much, but that is going to be the game. I really... Unless I get a crit on one of these next Draco Meteors. Well... Nice predict, lol. They don't want this team to lose, buddy. I'm sorry. And, it's either he gets up a light screen. But even if he gets up a light screen, I'm choice specs. Yeah, no, I'm switching here. I don't want him to be in with a Drift Blim on my -6 attack here. That I somehow pulled this back. Don't ask me how I pulled this back, but I somehow did. The Hacks pulled it back. Went for the Reflect. Oh, you don't know. Oh God, he outsped me, fucker. So we are gonna go down next turn no matter what. I didn't have a choice there. I had to switch out. I couldn't. UU viability ranks. Interesting name. So he goes 284 H stockpile. Oh God, so it's gonna come down to another crit. I need to stop. Oh my God, that crit. Fuck no. What the hell? Are you kidding me right now? I just gave him his Unburden. Did I really just give him his? I should have gone for Waterfall. I should have gone for Waterfall. I lost. GG. Should have gone for Waterfall. Hands down, should have gone for Waterfall. But, hindsight 2020, right? Hashtag hindsight 2020. Oh, let's move on. Oh God, this team gets destroyed by Hail. Word. Even better. 3 things weak to Hail and an Umbreon to stop it is not a way of stopping it. So, this man's going to learn very early on that Hail is something he needs to probably better prepare for. But we're going to leave a Swampert. Get by rocks early on. Leads with Tesla the Zapdos. HP Grass is very common on these things. And I know it's very common on these things. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to hard switch into Abomasnow, predicting him to want to go for one of those tricky moves. He does go for HP Grass. Is he Life Orb? Is he Leftovers? Don't know what he is. But HP Grass usually tells me he's choiced in some way. But I'm going to play it safe. I am going to play it safe. I'm going to switch back into Swampert now. As he does go into Umbreon, so that does tell me that he's choiced in some way. That looks like... I honestly don't know, because that's HP Grass. We're going to Mega Evolve right here. And just go for our Stealth Rocks. That is our best play. I know it's our best play. So he goes for a Foul Play. That does a hell of a lot of damage to me. Fuck. Jesus Christ. Well, I do not see the point of really... keeping this. Oh my God, yep. And you have officially lost a Hail. I think Kyurem does now put a hurting on your team, sir. Your Umbreon's not taking this hit. I don't care if you're specially defensive all the way. Your Umbreon's not taking this hit in any way, shape, or form. Are you kidding? Oh, thank God. That concerned me. That actually really concerned me right there. I'm honestly curious if that's a low roll or not. If that is a low roll, 48-57, it was a low roll, but that's fine. Goes into this thing, so he can definitely take us on. I am going to pull a switch into Tentacruel. I don't have my... It's unfortunate that I don't have my Meteor Mash. Yes. Smack me around a little more, buddy. AV, I'm thinking that's AV because he Meteor Mashed way too easily there. He was not afraid of this thing coming in at all. I'm going to go for a Scald, predicting him to go for Earthquake. Try to get Burn. Don't get a Burn. Goes for Zen Headbutt. Just clean takes it out. Yeah, something like that was going to happen. He was AV. That's pretty obvious from what happened there. And I'm going to, sadly, I think I'm not even over predicting, but just the way this man's team is built. And oh my god, are you kidding me? I'm swept. I'm swept right here. I just got swept by a fucking thing. BP did so much to this. Froslass ain't taking no BP. Abomasnow ain't taking no BP. Go for Shadow Ball. See what happens. Yeah, no. AV Metagross. I was not expecting AV. I'm sorry. And I just gotta hope my Kyurem can survive and take it out with Earth Power. I really have to bank on that right now. Oh, Kyurem can survive. Okay, well, I still lose this game. I still lose this game. I have 3 Mons left and he has 4. So I don't think that this is going to end well for me right here. Goes into Tesla. Of course he is. And he's going to go for Heat Wave, which means Abomasnow's going to go down. Or I can keep my Abomasnow, which I think I'm going to do. I'm keeping Abomasnow right here, sacking off Kyurem. That is a... wow. I'm going into my fucking my Froslass. I'm banking off the fact that he's not choice spec. He's choice specs, not Scarf. I gotta click Blizzard. Oh, we did it. We killed that thing. Fantastic. Fan-freaking-tastic. So nothing goes down, and... Okay. Okay, so I'm either relying on Abomasnow's Ice Shard to kill a 75% Mence when I'm a minus attack nature. Which can actually happen, I bet. I don't even want to calc it. Or I can bank on the fact that I can take him on with this. He has to go for Protect here. He has to go for Protect. I have to make the switch. Go for Protect. Go for Protect. Go for Protect. And that's game. Actually, no, yeah, that's game because I didn't go because I didn't think he would crunch on the first turn. I outspeed him. He didn't want to take a T-Wave or anything like that. So that is going to be GG. Unless I get a random freeze. Not the case. Are you kidding me? That thing has to be Choice Scarf. He would not have saved the Mence this long if it wasn't Choice Scarf Mence. And goes into Chestnut. Chestnut goes down. Please let that be Choice Scarf Mence. I feel so bad. It has to be. If you saved it till now, yeah, thank you. Fire Fang. That's Fire Fang. GG. GG, man. That's unfortunate, though. We've dropped a little bit here. I'll do another one. I like playing these games. They're quick. They are painful sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. They are painful. Or just plain old Metagross. I actually haven't played a Metagross. Oh my lord. Of course I say, let's find another game when we find a team like this. This is painful right here. This is painful. This is stall with a Mega Aerodactyl to clean up at the end in the late game. So, how are we gonna break this? Well, I think it's pretty simple what we're gonna do. It's not actually pretty simple, but he's gonna lead with the Sableye, and I know he's gonna lead with the Sableye, so I'm gonna lead with my Tentacruel and just go for Toxic Spikes. What this is gonna do is it's gonna force out his Tentacruel in order to try to spin them away. Now I'm gonna pull a double switch into my Swampert right here because I know that he goes for a knockoff, so he is a ballsy man. You did not care about burn, do you? Oh, this is annoying already. Do I let this thing get burned? I might have to let it get burned. And then keep offensive momentum this whole time. This Pokemon is just such a problem. I don't know what to do. Didn't think he'd stay in. Didn't think he'd go for a knockoff like that. I guess the Sableye does have recovery, yeah, and he probably does have a room with therapy, so that's why, but... Really, he stayed in. Well, I guess I don't need Ice Shard, which means my Abomasnow isn't too useful right now. Now he's afraid of a Blizzard. He has to be afraid of the Blizzard. I know that. Do I pull a double now? Yeah, if I were to ever pull a double, it'd be right now. I think I outspeed because of speed. Yep. And he goes into Tentacruel. Great. So that's a good prediction on my part. This is the switch I was hoping for. Now we're gonna Mega Evolve and could go for Earthquake, but he's gonna go into Bronzong. I know he's gonna go into Bronzong. Goes into Reuniclus actually. So what does this thing want to do? Energy Ball me? Psychic me? Something along those lines. He's not gonna Focus Blast. I'm gonna make a risky play going to Kyurem. It's not really risky, it's just if he goes for Trick Room or something, that could be a problem. Goes for Calm Mind, so you're setting up now. Oh my god, you're setting up now. Blizzard. Blizzard you to death. Please work, Blizzard. Even at +1, that's, yeah, wow, that's a 2-hit KO. Focus Blast, miss. I'm getting the better end of this hack stick this game, and I know I am. Feel bad. Do feel bad to my battlers. I am so sorry. And that just straight up kills. Reuniclus is not a counter to Kyurem. Nothing's a counter to Kyurem. And I don't want him to get up his rocks. So I am going to go into Tentacruel. And what I'm going to do here is I could spin. But he is just going to go into Sableye. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to, I think, just click Scald. Because he knows I don't want to, he knows he wants to keep up his rocks. He has to keep up his rocks against my team. Get the burn, which is nice. That's what I was hoping for. And he's going to recover here. Or go for knockoff. What I want to do is get up a layer of Toxic Spice. Because what it's going to do is it's going to only force out the Tentacruel again. That's something I want. That is something I want. I want to force him out into that Tentacruel. That Tentacruel coming out is a big thing for me. I'm going to go for Scald right here. He has to stay in with Sableye against my Tentacruel if he wants to block my spin. So me going for Scald is just forcing him to go for a recover. Now he's going to knock off my item, which is probably the best play on his part. And... to be honest... I think it's time again for Kyurem to start to blast things away with Blizzard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out into my Abomasnow to get up the Hail, and then probably go for a Leech Seed against the Sableye. He does know that I'm obviously not Mega, so he has to think that I'm like Icy Rock or something like that. Now, what is my health going to be? Am I at 51 or 50? 50% on the dot. Yep, exactly. So I'm going to go for a Leech Seed right here. I know he goes into Tentacruel. This is Clear Body. This is definitely Clear Body. Don't fuck me over with Liquid Ooze. Yeah, he fucked me over with Liquid Ooze. But I can switch in one more time still. So what I'm thinking here is I can either go into Kyurem and just have a lot of fun with Draco Meteor, or I can go to Froslass and block the spin. Whatever I go into is taking a lot of damage from the Liquid Ooze now, but he's going to be taking damage too, so I can't really argue that. I think I want to keep my rocks up. I think my Froslass is my better play. This is actually perfect for me, because I can go for Shadow Ball against this thing and not really worry too much about it. Or I can go for a Destiny Bond, because a Gyro Ball will just take me out, but it also then defeats the purpose of me having a spin blocker. I'm going to Destiny Bond right here. Goes for Iron Head, takes me out. So we take out the Bronzong. Great, that's a fantastic thing. Now though, I am going to go... How is this going to work? Alakazam does a lot of work against his team except for the Florges. Tentacruel does want to spin. and he's gone into Sableye every single time. I do think the Sableye is his play still. And because I think that, I'm going to go into Alakazam because I do have Dazzling Gleam. I also outspeed the majority of his team. He goes into Florges, which is not something I expected. Now here, I do think he's just going to go for an Aromatherapy. I don't think he's going to Moonblast me. This is a play that I don't think he should make. Or go for a Wish right here. So what I'm going to do is make a switch to Swampert. Keep my Sash intact for a little bit longer. He goes for Calm Mind, so this Swampert play was the right play for sure. And what I'm going to have to do is I'm just going to have to start with an Earthquake. He's a speedy Florges. 58% though. Yeah, no, you are not taking this thing on. And with that Hail, you don't get any recovery from your leftovers, which is good. Now I need to find a way to just kill this thing. And that really the only way to kill this thing is, sadly, Kyurem. Which is going to be a little tricky if he has Protect. He doesn't, and we just straight take him out. That crit did not matter. I don't even want you guys to think that crit mattered. It did not matter at all. Even though I've been getting really lucky with crits this game. And freezes, but crit did not matter in the slightest of bits. Now, this is the turn where I think Abomasnow's time to go down. I'm not really too concerned with that. I feel like Ice Beam and Draco... I feel like Draco Meteor can clean up the game, actually. He misses the Stone Edge. Not going to matter because I get killed by Burn anyway. But we're going to see what has to happen here. I'm going to go into Alakazam now. And what I'm actually going to do is go for a T-Wave. He goes into Sableye, so that's fine with me. That's not something I'm too concerned with. He's probably going to go for the Recover right here, honestly, or a Knockoff. I do have Dazzling Gleam. I want to see how much a Dazzling Gleam will do, because I am timid. Alakazam. Oh, you Revenge Killer, sure. Timid, yep, no item. Against a Sableye, not Mega Sableye, just you Prankster. Especially defensive. It's not looking like I do that much. Not looking like I do that. I do 55 to 67, so we actually have a chance to kill. But if he breaks my Sash, I lose to Mega Aerodactyl. 100% I lose to Mega Aerodactyl then. I think going into Tentacruel is my only play right here. I cannot let him go for knockoff against me. As he does go for knockoff, so that was his play to make. And I think I actually die to Burn right here. Which is fine. But right here, actually, I can actually go back into Alakazam and go for a Dazzling Gleam now. And then I basically win the game from there. Gonna run another Calc. I'm not throwing away a game that's this close because of something stupid. Physically defensive has a chance to kill him. If he's specially defensive, which I don't think he is. I don't think that Tentacruel's physically offensive set. The thing is, if I go for Draco right here, or Ice Beam or Blizzard, he's just going to go out into it anyway. So yeah, Alakazam is my play right here. That's now weak enough for a Dazzling Gleam to just take him out. He can recover stall all he wants. I don't care. Doing 65%, so I could have killed him on that roll the first time. If he wants to go... Actually, if he's physically defensive, I kill because of rocks. So rocks are really helping me out here. Me keeping up rocks was a big part of this game. Of course, me killing the Ryu Nicholas was a big thing, but... Oh, really? You're taunting me. Oh my god. So now comes out Mega Aerodactyl. Do I sack my Kyurem right here? Do I sack my Kyurem right here? I'm going back to the calc board. I don't care. I really don't care that I'm calculating so much. 52 to 68 on a non-bulky spread. Or I can get rid of it. I'm going for Psychic. Goes for Earthquake. Doesn't even break it. And we take him out. So, which means that he, even if the Tentacruel somehow survives this and takes me out, it's still going down. That was a great game. That was a very close game. GG. Even if he survives the Psychic, I can go into Kyurem and go for Earth Power. So, we made the right plays. And we came up with a big win at the end. Hopefully the rank will go up. But you guys can see the gist of this team, basically. I'm going to be using this team in a few more laddering sessions. Just because, I don't know, it's not that often that you create a team that you just have infinite amount of fun with. And just a Hail team like this. Also, when you make a Hail team that actually works in a tier, it's fun to abuse a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Kyurem, there's not many counters for Kyurem out there, and if you don't have one on your team, and I T-Wave your fast mon, or I Destiny Bond the right mon, you're going to lose to Kyurem. That's just how it works. And then also the fact that it's not a Mega Abomasnow like everyone thinks it would be. It is an Icy Rock Abomasnow, which isn't too common on Hail teams anymore, just because of the access to Mega Abomasnow. I decided to forego the power of Mega Abomasnow and go for more of a utility set to keep the Hail up, to keep it on, which means Kyurem doesn't have to come in directly after Abomasnow. It can come in a few turns after. I can pivot a little bit, go into Kyurem, and just blast things away. So yeah, I do think this guy's just gonna time out. He's not playing anymore, really. But I think that's a good place to end the video, because I do want to get this up today. And it's gonna be another late upload, which sucks, but it's just something that I like to do. It's when I have the best time to record, honestly. It's later in the day, and I don't have any videos saved up anymore. I did upload the last one I had saved up yesterday, so I'm trying to get daily uploads up as well, or just more often than twice a week on the Showdowns. And yeah, I believe this guy's gonna forfeit, and I don't really want to pause it. So I think what I'm gonna do is just end the video here, guys. So if you enjoyed, please comment, like, rate, or subscribe. It helps me out, helps the video get out there and stuff like that. GG. Oh, he commented back. There we go. So we take him out and we end the battle on a win, end the live on a win. That's pretty good. Also, someone who's pretty fucking high ranked. See, we're having good battles, and that's what I like more than just using like a random team like the 1400s and the 1300s. I'm in the 1500s right now, and those are where the pretty good battlers are at. So guys, if you enjoyed, comment, like, rate, or subscribe. I'm terrible with outros, as you all know. I just ramble on and on and on. Anyways, guys, peace out, and don't go changing.